Hi, I'm Mayor David Black, and this is City Happenings. Our fire department gets some live burn training. You'll hear from our fire chief. And the Heartland Family Service prepares for the annual Family Holiday Assistance Program. The group's chief development officer gives us details about how this program can help you. And we recently had our annual fall cleanup. Our Public Works Director has more comments. These stories are next in City Happenings for the week of October 31st.
Thanks, Mayor Black. Our fire department recently benefited from a live burn training. You can't put a value on this type of training.
This is as close to a real fire situation as we can get, and by real fire I mean uncontrolled, where we don't have any influence over it except for attacking it and trying to put the fire out.
Chief Bose says in this setting the firefighters control what's in the room where the fire is planned.
We know when the fire is started. We have a backup line in place. The attack crew can go in and watch the fire build up, the smoke bank down, the heat build up. They can feel what those conditions are like early on in a fire, and then they can knock that fire down while it's under control. So there's a lot of, while there's inherent danger in something like this, we put enough thought into the safety aspect of it that we're very comfortable with it.
There are two things the fire department wants to accomplish with this training.
One is building their confidence that they understand fire and smoke behavior. And then number two, they have the confidence that they can go into that hot atmosphere and control that fire with the water and the foam that we use.
Heartland Family Service offers its annual Sarpy County Holiday Assistance Program.
The program is really for families that would like to, provide a lovely holiday season for their young ones. It's really for families that are experiencing some sort of financial difficulties, and they want to be able to have a really nice holiday season. So we've been helping for many, many years to make sure that this happens.
Several agencies work together to make sure that qualifications for this program are met.
This is really a collaborative effort between several different entities here in Sarpy County. So we work with the other different health and human service organizations. We look at pay stubs. We look to see where there's a gap in, someone getting some sort of, if they're if they're currently unemployed, or if there's a gap in their, for some reason, maybe because of a disability or something like that, gap in their funds.
This program is for Sarpy County residents who qualify.
So we really do the due diligence. We ask them, there's a couple things that we ask them to provide. We want them to bring pay stubs. We want them to bring their OPPD or MUD statements, and especially to show that if they are maybe behind a couple of months, because that's the kind of thing that we want to be able to see. And just so that they can really prove that this is something that they need, not necessarily something that they want. That's a really good question about what is the eligibility of someone for this program. And so we do work very closely with all the other organizations to make sure that there's not a lot of redundancy in the program.
This program looks to benefit kids from newborns up to 14 years old.
It's a lot easier for the little kids to be able to get those kind of things because, there's a need for dolls and, trains and all those kind of things that small children like. What we're really looking for are the things that are of interest to 12 to 14-year-olds, and those are more difficult. Maybe, portable music things that they can listen to music and earphones and stuff like that. They love those kind of things. Gift cards are probably very desirable for those younger folks, or for those the older kids that they're still young, they're young children, but they're a little bit older. But what would it be that a 10-year-old boy or a 12-year-old boy would be interested in? Maybe art supplies, things that young people don't necessarily have access to, especially if their families are struggling. Sometimes video games and stuff like that are difficult because they're difficult because you don't know what kind of system, if they even have anything, and a lot of times they don't have that stuff. So we kind of don't really look at that kind of thing. But skateboards and razors, like things where kids can get outside and be active, footballs, sporting equipment, all of those things are really important to the kids that are that little bit older age. We want to, have things that are of value to those kids, and so that their parents also feel like they're providing something that they know their child will enjoy.
Sign-up dates are November 3rd, 10th, and the 12th. Call 402-552-7073 for more information. The annual fall cleanup was again a success.
It's a big event. It's, we're here for 4 days, and basically you're able to bring your unwanted materials, your recyclable metals and that stuff down to be able to dump that free. If you try to get rid of a refrigerator or washer or dryer, that normally could run you anywhere from 25 to 50 bucks if you're trying to dispose of that.
Yard waste is another big item.
Your tree limbs, we get a lot of people that cut trees or bushes out of their yard, and they're bringing 2 or 3 pickup trucks down, and if they've got to take that to the landfill and that, it's just it's a savings for those citizens.
The cleanup gives people a chance to keep Papillion looking good.
Kind of clean your residence up and just make it presentable, and it's we keep that stuff from the roadside ditches and that, where we not out there cleaning up these roadside ditches around the city and the county and that, so it's just a big plus.
You can find out where you can bring items not accepted at the fall and spring cleanups.
You can go to our webpage, citypapillion.com, on our Public Works webpage. We've got a listing of what's available. You can call the Public Works Department at 402-597-2044. Those stuffs like the paints and the oils and the chemicals, we provide information where them can be taken up here in Omaha on 108th and I Street and disposed of, and some of that other stuff. We've got that literature and that information available.
As we say goodbye to October and welcome November, we want to remind you that daylight savings begins on Sunday, November 6th. Remember to set your clocks back 1 hour before going to bed on Saturday night. Daylight savings begins officially on Sunday, November 6th at 2 a.m. There are many things happening in Papillion and lots of ways to stay up to date. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter, or even watch our YouTube channel. And information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website. For more about Papillion, go to www.papillion.org or just call the Mayor's Hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.